I'm going through me and my ex's old texts. Now, before we start this video, you might be thinking, a YouTuber has an ex? Yes, I had a girlfriend. Yes, a YouTuber had a girl. I know, it's surprising. It's very surprising for YouTubers to have a partner. Now, why am I doing this? Because a few days ago, or weeks ago, I think, I made a video of going through my friend's reposts. And today, my friend Xavier said this. What did you just say?
Since you looked at my repost without my consent, you're gonna have to look at your old text with your ex.
Okay. I bet he wants it. I'm gonna give it to him. And comment down below what other stuff I should react to. And let's get started. Oh, and also this might be the first video you might see me actually cry tears. So yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna fucking cry. I bet we started dating September 21st of 2025, as you can see in the calendar right there. Oh, why am I doing this? So yeah, this is like the in the morning. Pretty sure we had school that day. Oh no, it was a weekend or a sun. I was. So let me give some backstory. Let me give some backstory. We were overly planning on hugging because I wasn't feeling good, and by feeling good I mean myself, because I got rejected by a girl that my friend asked out, which I didn't ask him to do. So yeah, that was annoying, and knowing that she said no made me wanna bust. Wait, but not in that way. Pause. So then she kept talking to me a lot through texts, and we started to get to know each other. And then we decided that we were gonna hug, and at that time we were gonna hug as friends. And yeah, we were still say friends, even though she liked me. She liked me the first time we talked. Okay, so she sent in the morning. She sent me these emojis. I sent these two right here, the Snoop Dogg and the dog with the, and then she sent these two rats fighting and this monkey. Then I was laughing, and then she sent this clown, and I was like, WTF? And then she said, así me quedo pintar, which means this is how I want to paint myself or do makeup. And then she sent me SpongeBob and a Roblox character twerking. Then I sent this gif. Yep, I don't know why. And she sent that, a link, which I'm not going to be clicking links because then it's going to be go back and forth, and then I don't know. But apparently it was a funny video. I deleted Messi on accident. Then she asked me, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi or Ronaldo? I, of course, say Ronaldo because my family loves Ronaldo, and Monse will kill me if I say Messi. Then she was like, okay. Then that. And then I asked her which one does she go, and she's like, two, the both of them. And then she's like, actually, no one. And I was like, you don't really like football, huh? And she was like, no, not really. And one of her friends, saying Valerie, said she likes football. So we just keep texting. She sends me videos. Then she sent me a video of her favorite song, basically. And I sent her my favorite song, Bandit by Juice WRLD. Laugh in the comments. I sent her that. Okay. What the? Okay. So she sent me a video. I guess it was something that was funny and nice. I remember correctly, it was like I love you, and this was before when we would consider each other friends. And so the signs I look, I'm a boy. Every boy misses like the signs that the girl gives. So annoying when that happens. And then she was like, I said, I don't know if to say thank you or F you. Then she said the cool emoji. Oh, and then this video right here, this one I'm moving right now, it was a video where I had to put my finger on a paper. So now I put the finger on there. Then it says, you are legally married to me. Again, if the signs weren't obvious. And I was like, I do. Which, now that I think about it, I think is my brain finally getting the hint. And then yeah, I will not be playing audio because I don't want to expose her that much. I don't want to expose her voice. If her name is shown accidentally through messages, I will just blur it out. So yeah, let's continue. I bet. Then she's like, tomorrow's Monday, yay! Because again, we were planning on hugging as friends back then. So yeah. And then she was like, I'm happy. And I was like, me too. And she was like, why? And I was like, same reason as you. And then we were talking about hugs and all that. Yada, yada, yada. All that stuff. So now let's skip to when I asked her out through text. Okay, before that, I guess we were both depressed for some reason, I guess. And she sent me some of her sad songs, favorite sad song, and then I sent her some of my favorite sad songs. I listened to Hate Me, which features Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD, Robbery by Juice WRLD, All Girls Are the Same by Juice WRLD, and Empty by Juice WRLD. And again, she's like, they're all good. And I sent my favorite part where Juice WRLD starts singing. And then and then I was like, oh, and then she was like, oh yeah, that she likes that part as well. And I was like, yep, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. I guess he didn't understand it because she's probably never listened to Juice WRLD in her life, except to the point where I sent it to her. Ah, this is annoying. Okay, mistakes. And then she sent me a video of saying, I guess, I love you, I guess. And then I decided, my brain clicked and decided to say, thank you, I think the same. Holy cow. So at that time, I was shaking. Like, my hands were shaking. My heart was beating faster than ever. Because by this point, I have been rejected by 4 girls. So I was scared. And then we were talking about the hug, yada, yada, yada. And then she sent me this video. Now, this video was her saying, if you can say anything to me, what would it be? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I would ask. And then I sent this random text in Azkir, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a different language. This is what we like to do. We like to send things in different languages. Why? I have no idea. I don't know really. And then she was like, yeah. And then she guessed this. And then it says this. Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? I know it's weird of me saying this, but we've been talking a lot lately, and I'm starting to have feelings for you. Lots. When I'm with you, you make me feel important. When I'm also with you, you make me feel loved. So, do you want to be with me, yes or no? And then I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, that was it. And then she's like, that was it? That if you want for me to be your girlfriend? I was like, yes, that's it. And then my dumbass decided to say, yeah, I'm sorry. If that put you uncomfortable. It was a dumb response anyway. Oh my god. Brother. I don't know why. But it's, oh my god, I've made dumb mistakes. Dumb people make dumb mistakes. I'm a dumbass. And then she was like, you like me? And I was like, well, we've been talking a lot about hugging and all that, like hugging and talking a lot. And then she's like, okay, yeah, but you like me? And I'm like, and before I answer her, I'm like, yeah, and when you said this, which she sent a text of say, when I first saw you, when we invited you and her friends invited me to play volleyball with them in PE because I had no partners, no group to play volleyball with. So they invited me. And then she was like, I started liking you. Now, let me get this out clearly. You guys are gonna see. She said that she started liking me, then I liked her back. You guys are gonna see in the future how we broke up. Because we broke up technically twice. Once we were technically broken up, but then we still sent I love you text. It was complicated. Very complicated. Then fuck, I'm gonna cry. Then the second time we broke up officially, cause yeah, we'll get to that part soon. So that was like, and when you started saying that, I said, and then in that text, in this one right here, I said, and when you started saying that, I started to like you. Me being Rizzy. Now my Riz is utterly horrible. If my Riz was a number, I would be in the negatives. Because again, I tried 4 times asking girls. All of them said fucking no. And then she was like, "Are you sure?" And in my head, but it looks right here. I typed, yeah, why? And then she was like, wait, give me a second. Now in my head, I was like, why did she want me to wait? And why does she said, "Are you sure?" Like, what do you mean if I'm sure? If I'm sure, do I like you? Like, wait, it's very weird and complicated and like confusing on its own. Which someone to study that. I don't know what it is. I'm just very confused. It's very confusing, and the love is very confusing. Oh yeah, that was a reference to Confusing Love. Go check it out. Music video will come soon, eventually. And she was like, wait. Then she says to me, this right here. Now, what does that mean? Well, she sent it to me. I'm like, do you have the language? And she was like, African. Yes, I don't know. I think that's. And then I translated, and she was like, yup, yes. She was like, yes, I want to be a girl. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. She's like, okay. And then she's like, I'm happy. And I was like, yeah, too. And then we started talking a lot. And yeah, now that I've shown you how we've met, I'm going to show you how we broke up. Because I don't want to go through all these texts. It's very long. So yeah, let's check it out how we broke up the first time, technically. Now we're going to start with the text where the first time we broke up. And then, okay, so that day at school, she was like, hey, so I need to tell you something, but I don't want to do it in public. I want to text you it later. And I was like, okay. And then she was very far away from me. I don't know why. She looked nervous and sad, I guess. And then this is what she said. She was like, Edward? And I was like, yeah. Like, what I was going to tell you or talk to you about. And I was like, yeah. She was, and this is her paragraph. I would never play with your feelings, and I never will. But my uncle said that I can have a boyfriend at 15 years old, and I'm 11. Now she was born 2013. I was born 2012. I'm 12. Right now I'm 13. She's still 11. Yeah, I get it. And then she was like, because the last time, because she apparently her uncle found out about her older boyfriend, and he was like, you can't have a boyfriend until you're 15. And she was like, and then she was like, being with you for 3 weeks, because we're together for 3 fucking weeks, was amazing. And she was like, and thank you for making me happy. And then she was like, I'm sorry, but we have to end our relationship. And she's like, I don't want to break your heart, and I don't want to break the promise I made with my uncle. And she was like, if you want, we can still be friends. I heard, and she sent crying emoji, and I was like, wait, but your uncle doesn't know yet. How we can still be together in secret? And she's like, but I made a promise to him. And I was like, what promise? And I was like, and she's like, that's why I was sad for P. And then she was like, the one I made with him. And I was like, no. Like you just can tell him nothing, and we can still be together. And it was like, I love you. Like I tried to reason with her, and she was like, I love you too. And it was like, I was crying. I was actually crying when reading these texts. And it was like, and then she was like, don't be sad because of me, because of my fault. You know. And then she's like, I just don't want to keep going out. Oh wait, no, not that. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to tell you at the end of school. I was like, trying to reason with him, but you just don't tell him, and we can still be together. And I was like, love, my uncle has done so much for me, and I can't just pay him back like that. And I try to guilt trip her. I'm sorry, by saying, but didn't you and your ex last 6 months? What did your uncle say? And right there I'm crying as well. It was like, my sister was nosy and told him, and now that's why he said till we're 15, till she's 15. And I was like, we can be friends, and when I'm 15 we can be, if you can wait. And it was like, just like that, not even a month together. And then she's like, I didn't understand. And I was like, I'm talking about, we didn't even make it 1 month together. And I was like, she was like, if you want, we can still be together until the month and like, it doesn't matter. I can wait till she's 15. Yeah, I said that I would be waiting. She was like, I was like, yeah, and she was like, seriously, you would wait? I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, but erase the video. Now, if you didn't see a few months ago on my channel, I had 3 videos. It was like, you and me, always, forever. It was a picture of her, a picture of me, and a heart. Yeah. If you saw the video, you would know. See your face. So then I was just crying. We were just sending text. And I had this. As if you go to my channel, you can see a playlist, favorite sad songs. I got 3 playlists now. Favorite songs, favorite sad song, and Christmas songs. And then, yeah. So now after this, so then after this, we kept talking. And yeah, that was the first breakup. Now let's go on to the second one. Now right here, she sent me, I started sending her, I miss you. Or she started sending me, right here, she said, I miss you. And I was like, me more. And then she's like, send me an audio. So I send her an audio. She was like, more. And I was like, huh? And I was like, it was like, he was like, okay. And I was like, I miss you more. I miss you so much. And he was like, I miss you too. And we started sending hearts, as you guys can see. We keep sending each other hearts, like we're together. And that's basically the story of confusing love. It's this love is confusing because we're technically broken up, but we still send "I miss you" text. That's where the idea of confusing love came from. Then she started trauma dumping on me, I guess, because she wasn't feeling good. She wanted to be alone for a while because I don't know. I guess she wasn't feeling well. And I started saying that if it's in the rain, I can give her my sweater. And here is where sadness starts to happen, because I send her video, no response. Video, no response. Video, no response. Right here, she finally responds. I laugh again. Video, finally a response. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, Edward. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I want to tell you something, but I don't want to make you feel bad. I was in the car when this text sent. My heart beating fast. I was scared. I wanted to cry in the car, but I couldn't because my mom was there and she doesn't know. I was like, just don't feel bad. And I was like, okay. She was like, oh, here's what she said. My uncle, he gave me the opportunity to have a boyfriend, but the thing is, I've already gotten over you, and I already like another boy. I hope you understand, and don't feel bad. You can also look for another girl. And I was like, fuck. Oh fuck, I'm gonna. And I was like, I understand. We can still be friends still, right? And then she was like, yep. And then she started talking about the boy. And the bad part is that I see the boy every day in lunch, in my math class, in the same class I share with her, PE. So if she asks him out, if he says yes, then I'm gonna have to see them walking together, holding hands, hugging. Oh fuck, crap. I'm not showing my face right now because it's hard. Yeah. And it's like, and then she's like, do you want to know who? And it's like, she has everything. And the bad part is that the guy only talks English. As you guys can see, her main language is Spanish. He's an idiot. He has permanent pimples. Doesn't know how to play Uno. Fucking shit. You idiot. I'm fucking replaced by a fucking idiot. Oh my god. And it was like, he didn't. And then we started talking a lot. And then she was like, I might tell him how I feel tomorrow, the next day after that, which was November 9th. And she was like, and I was okay. Oh well, the next right here, this is November 6th. I was like, okay. That was the last time we talked. Then for a few days, for 7, 8, 9, for 3 days we didn't talk until she sent at November 9th, 2025, hello. I'm like, hello. She's like, how are you? And I'm like, good. And she's like, I'm glad. And I was like, and you? I was like, and she's like, good. Want to see my drawings? I was like, sure. She sent me a video of her drawings. I don't want to click it. And then yeah, that was November 9th. And then I send her text November 21st. That's how long we haven't gone with a text. And literally, we would text every day from when I got back from school at 2:40 till till like 9 a.m. sometimes. It was so sad. Oh, it was so sad. Then I sent her on the 21st. I sent her this thingy so I can get free stuff on TikTok, which is over now, and I didn't get the free stuff anyways. Doesn't matter. Like she was like, and I was like, yeah, this is the only conversations we have. This is the only conversation we've had. Then the last one was November 24th, which was I'm pretty sure, which was last week. And I said, hello, Edward, happy birthday, and I hope you have more birthdays and that God blesses you. I was like, thank you. And like, for some reason, and then heart, and then a smiley face. I smiley face back. That's the most recent text. Oh crap! I'm not gonna cut to like me with not in this camera recording. Thank you guys so much for watching this video if you stayed to the end. And yeah, Xavier, this is what you fucking wanted. You just wanted me to see cry. Fuck it. You wanted to see me cry. I'm not gonna cry on camera because I look ugly when I cry. Oh, crap. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me suffering through text. And hopefully I find a new person, a new girlfriend, hopefully, so I don't have to be lonely. Thank you guys so much. You guys, and with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye. We say it's over, but it's still talking every night. Still say I miss you even when we both lie. Tapping eyes.